There he is now.
Uncle Alan.
That's right.
I don't want Tom to go.
Shh, Peter. It's a case of having to. You don't want him to have measles too, do you?
Yes, I want him to stay.
Tom? Tom, Uncle Alan is here. Tom, come down this instant. Oh, do come along, Tom. Uncle Alan is here. You're making this very hard for me. I don't like it any more than you do. I don't want you to go. Can't you try to be helpful? You're not a baby anymore, and it's hard enough having Peter ill. Tom! Tom. I'm sorry rushing you off like this. Those wretched measles. Just at the start of the holidays.
I'd rather have me.
No, you wouldn't, and nor would I.
Bye, Tom.
Peter, back to bed.
I don't want Tom to go.
He's going, now back to bed. I don't want you with pneumonia on top of everything else. Bed, now!
I'm not going.
Don't start that again.
I want to stay.
Tom, stop being so ridiculous. What's Uncle Alan going to think of you behaving like this?
Why should I go?
We've been through all this.
We were going to build a tree house.
You couldn't build a tree house with Peter in bed.
I could start it.
What's Daddy going to think? And Uncle Alan. Oh, Tom! I don't want you to go. What is Daddy? Oh, dear. Now, Tom, remember, you're a visitor. Do try to be good.
I'll try, but it won't be easy. Cooped up in that flat with them. No one to play with, nothing to do. Maybe they'll beat me, then I'll have to come home.
Don't be silly, Tom. They're very kind.
Ah, there you are.
Do give my love to Gwen, Alan, and say how grateful I am. To you both, of course. Taking Tom at such short notice, it's most kind. Very kind, isn't it, Tom?
Very kind.
We're glad to help out.
Tom?
It'll be all right. It's only 12 days, isn't it? Yes, well, I hope we get on together reasonably well. Make a stop at Ely. Stretch our legs, eh?
Your flat. There's no garden, is there?
I'm afraid not. Just a backyard. Yes, well, we're part of a big house, a conversion, as they call it. There was a garden before that, I believe. It was sold off years ago and houses built on it. A pity. Well, for you, that is. Yes, the flat is small, though suits your aunt and me very well. No children and all that. Yes, you'll have to be very patient, Tom. You're out of quarantine, you can get out and about.
What will I do?
Well, there's drafts, chess, Aunt Gwen likes a game of drafts, and I'm keen on chess.
I'm not keen on either. But won't I be able to go to the flat at all, Uncle?
You can go out, but you can't meet people, talk to them and all that.
What about the pictures?
No question of the cinema, old chap.
Oh, gosh. Can we climb the tower, Uncle?
No, not this time round. Too many people.
I can keep clear.
Very confined up there. That can't be done, Tom. Quarantine has very strict rules.
It's awful. I can't be with Peter in case I catch measles. And I can't be with anyone else in case I've got it already.
Well, it's not for long, is it? I mean, a fortnight and you'll be clear with a bit of luck.
A fortnight is years.
Yes. Time is purely relative.
Are there postcards you can buy?
Would you like one?
Yes, please. Of the cathedral to send to Peter. Please?
With pleasure.
Nearly there, Tom. You can just see the town in the distance.
I was looking out for you, Tom, and here you are. Oh, it's so good to see you. This is the walk for all the flats. There are 3 down here and 3 more upstairs.
Where does that go to? That's a garden.
Now, you know there is no garden, Tom.
A sort of coat.
It's just a backyard out there with some dustbins and an old motorbike. Very uninteresting. And how is poor old Peter? Very sorry to see you go, I expect. And Mother, is she well?
What's that ticking noise, Aunt? Oh, it's huge.
Don't meddle with it, Tom, dear. It belongs to old Mrs. Bartholomew.
Come away, Tom.
I'm only looking.
You're fiddling with the door. Leave it alone. Mrs. Bartholomew is very particular about that clock.
Who is she?
She's the old lady who lives in the top flat.
If she's very particular about her clock, why does she leave it down here?
Because it's fixed to the wall with screws and they're rusted in. Come away from it.
It only struck 1. It's 5 o'clock. On the face it's 5 o'clock.
It keeps good time, Tom, but it's totally unreliable when it comes to striking.
Here we are.
Is that where Mrs. Bartholomew lives?
Yes, it is.
The rest of us are her tenants.
Tenants?
In other words, she owns the house and we pay her rent, so it behoves us to keep her in a good humour. You're in here, Tom.
Oh no! I'm not a baby.
What is it, Tom?
Those bars.
What about them?
You've turned this room into a nursery.
No.
I don't like it.
No. Those bars were on the window when we came here. We didn't put them there. We couldn't take them away, dear. Perhaps it was a nursery in the old days. Come along. Look, the bathroom's the same.
I suppose so.
I know you're not a baby. You're a very big boy. It's all homemade, Tom.
You can certainly put it away, Tom.
He's hungry after the journey.
I wish Peter were here. He'd like this.
Perhaps you'll bring him to stay one day.
There's nothing to do here. The house is all flat and no garden. My bedroom has bars on the windows, but Aunt Gwen says it's a mistake. The food is good. Very good. Uncle Alan wouldn't let me go up this tower because of your measles. Love.
You've written to Mother?
Yes, and a card for Peter. Mum, when I'm better, I'll bring her to Ely Cathedral.
One day, perhaps. Look what a long cat Tom's drawn.
It means Tom Long, you see, a tomcat.
Of course.
2 days gone. Three days gone. 9, 10, 11, 12. Wrong. It's never right. Mrs. Bartholomew. Oh, heck. I'm so bored. Could I go out?
Oh, dear. Not yet, Tom.
But I feel so crushed up.
Have an apple, dear. Would you like to roll the pastry, Tom?
Okay. gone.
Tom! Have you been at the larder?
No, Uncle.
You can't be hungry.
Hungry? Oh dear.
No, Aunt. I'm very full.
Tom, this won't do. It's nearly midnight. Now go to bed. A boy of your age needs 10 hours sleep.
I can't sleep. I can't seem to get to sleep any night.
Now, once that light is out, you do not get out of bed.
Not even to go to the lavatory.
Yes, of course you must do that, but after that it's straight back to bed afterwards. Now you must promise to observe our wishes. 10 hours sleep.
Yes, Uncle.
There. That's all right then.
All the same, I don't sleep.
But all children sleep, Tom. Shall I get you some hot milk?
Gosh, no thanks. I'm FTB.
FTB?
Full to bursting.
Good night, dear.
$11, $12, $13. 13? 13? That's crazy. Not really. The clock can't strike 13. There's no such hour. So what are you going to do? Nothing. I promised to stay in bed for 10 hours. I promised. Hang on. $24 to day and night. Suppose the clock downstairs 6 hour 26. Suppose if I go to bed at 9 o'clock and wake up at 7 in the morning, that makes 10 hours in bed. But if there is this 13th hour in between, that makes 11 hours in bed. After all, the clock does strike properly. Real hours. Real hours. Real hours. It could have its own special time. Time. That can't be true. Why not? very muddling. You're missing the chance. But if the clock is right, I could get out of bed and still keep my promise of 10 hours. But it can't be right. It's a lie. I'm going to look at that clock. See what time it says on the face. No clock can strike 13. There's no such time as 13 o'clock. He told lies. Time on that clock. I know you. Get the fire in the parlour. Oh, gosh. Come back. I will. It wasn't a dream. I was there.
Had a good night, Tom.
Wonderful, Aunt. Gosh, I must write to Peter. I promise to do that every day.
There's a good boy.
Aunt, do you believe it's wrong to tell lies?
Always, Tom.
Do you really think that?
Well, yes, of course I do. Now, drink up your orange juice. Uncle Alan won't be long in the bathroom and breakfast is almost ready.
I thought maybe I was seeing things, but my hair didn't stand on end and I wasn't scared. Oh, Peter, that garden. And they said there was only a yard out there. Imagine that. What lies.
Eat up, Tom.
Aunt Gwen,
Yes, Tom?
you said it was always wrong to tell lies, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
But do you think some, well, special lies might be right?
Is lying ever justifiable, Tom?
I thought maybe...
You're referring to what are commonly known as white lies?
Not exactly.
Oh?
I mean, like, somebody being kept in the dark. That's something he would enjoy because some other people didn't want to tell him about it.
I'm not sure
Supposing they said the thing wasn't there,
Why would they say that, dear?
so there wouldn't be the bother.
Bother?
The bother of the first person using it.
What kind of thing was it that the second people didn't want the first people to use?
First person, not people.
You mean like a hot water bottle?
No, more like a couch. A big outdoor sort of couch.
I'm not sure I've heard of a big outdoor sort of a couch.
Gwen, it's not important what the thing is. As I understand it, Tom, some person or persons were lying for their own convenience and to the harm of another person or persons. Am I right?
Yes.
I'm still not
What
sure.
if you thought that kind of lies are right?
No.
Oh.
That is the least justifiable sort of lie. Utterly and obviously, I would have thought, unjustifiable. I'm surprised, Tom, that you should have any doubt about it.
Never mind, Tom. You see, Uncle Alan has a very highly developed sense of right and wrong. He says so himself. And I'm sure you'll have just the same when you grow up.
I have one now. It's other people who haven't.
Careful, Tom. Yes, dear. I'm sure you have just that.
Sorry, Aunt. I didn't mean to upset you.
I'm not upset, Tom, dear.
It was very kind of you to put the flowers in my room when I first arrived.
You noticed them.
Oh, yes. Had you to buy them?
Yes, but you mustn't worry about that.
It would have been easier for you to get flowers from your own garden, wouldn't it?
Yes, but there isn't such a thing here.
No?
What do you mean, no, Tom?
I meant, what a pity. It would be nice to have a garden at the back. Trees and flowers and a greenhouse, wouldn't it?
It would be nice if we had wings and could fly.
Just suppose you could walk out of the back door this very minute and pick hyacinths from little corner flower beds.
I'd be surprised if you could pick hyacinths from any garden just now, Tom.
Oh? Why?
We don't flower out of doors at this time of year. It's too late in the summer.
But
Careful of that cup, Tom.
I've seen them in flower. Out of doors. And just this time.
I don't think so, Tom. They're quite over.
Aunt, if you don't mind, I think I'll just go downstairs.
What for, Tom?
Oh, nothing special. I won't meddle or do anything wrong.
Not this morning, Tom. Mrs. Bartholomew winds the clock this morning.
I'll only be a minute. on. The garden must be there.
Hello there. You the boy who stand with the curtains? Bit dull for you, ain't it?
Yes. Do you live on the ground floor at the back?
I do.
Do you have a maid?
Eh?
Do you have a maid who lights the fire for you?
What?
Oh. And you don't have a garden either?
Sorry. What's the matter?
No, leave me alone!
Hey, wait a mo! Miss Bartholomew, the winder, precious clock. Flourish may not like the dear children about. Never had any here. She's harmless, really.
Oh,
What's biting you now?
nothing. Well, the yew tree. Do you think it's been there a long time?
Might have been.
It looks as though it has.
Before the houses were built.
Yes. Thank you for warning me about Mrs. Bartholomew.
Didn't want you to put your foot in it.
What are you trying to tell me? You know about the garden, don't you? Wish you could speak. Is there something in that book you're reading? About the garden? About time? I'll have to climb that fence as soon as I can get the chance. I want to examine that yew tree. Maybe climb it. I must find out about the garden I saw. All this is secret. B-A-R. Burn off the reading. Hope the moon's up. I'll need light to get across the yard to the fence.
Waking people up at Tom. Lydia, waiting for the sweat bird this evening. Bartholomew awake too.
13, as usual. Oh. Oh, it's happening. To Oberon, King of the Fairies. There, just like I said. Did someone watch me? It's late. Suppose I can't get back. Back to normal.
think I'm afraid of her.
I'd only been out there a minute, and I thought I'd been ages. I'm going to stay awake so that I can go every night. I get a scared feeling in case it's all going to vanish. I wish you were here to climb the trees. So do I. No. I'll make you open. I'll get through the door. All of me. Through the door. Right. Here goes. Just resting. That's what I'm doing. Resting. Gosh, I can't stay like this. I've got to get all of me through. Suppose I can't. Oh, crumbs.
Good things we came along. Keep me from all the works of the devil that he hurt me not.
Does he say grace after every sandwich?
Fatty. Pass the worms.
Gosh, I was glad I got into that wheelbarrow. I didn't fancy having to squeeze through the door again. It wasn't easy. I get this creepy feeling in the garden that someone is watching me. But when I look round, there's no one there. Things are a bit odd, but I'm not frightened. No. I mean, sometimes it's spring, and then the next time I go, it's summer. The weather is usually fine. But the last time I went outside to the garden, for the first time it was night. It was dreadfully hot and clammy, but the clouds were blowing across the moon. That cry was terrible. Someone was frightened more than me. Wish you were here.
So do I.
Next evening I had an even worse shock. There was the tree, standing as if nothing had happened.
Butterfingers happy. Wait for me!
Uncle,
Yes, Tom?
could a tree be blown down to the ground at one time, and then the next time you see it, be standing up?
Not unless we put the clock back.
What clock?
Well, any clock, just to say, put the clock back.
Oh,
It means to have the past again. No one can have that. Time moves on, inevitably.
Uncle, what is time like?
Odd questions.
Tom, Uncle Alan is tired after his work.
No, Gwen, a child's question should be answered. Sadly, Tom's lack connection. Serious intent, too. Look at his first question.
What was that?
On a person going through a door?
But isn't that quite sensible? I mean, aren't people always going through doors?
Not when the door is shut, Aunt.
Well, no.
Then again, Tom asked about the possibility of being invisible.
Sometimes in fairy stories.
Now we have this query about a tree on the ground one minute and standing up the next. It's against all the known laws of nature, Tom.
It was a dream, wasn't it, Tom?
No, it was real.
Indeed. So this tree really existed, hmm? This extraordinary incident really happened. Well, tell us where, Tom, and when. Where and when, Tom?
It was a fairy tree.
No!
It really happened. This extraordinary incident.
Lightning struck it in a storm.
Well.
It's to do with time, Uncle. That is...
Now, I'm going to make a cup of tea. And Tom is going to finish his letter to Peter.
I nearly gave the game away. What if I told them about the garden? They'd have insisted on coming with me next time I went.
Are you all right, Tom? You've gone quite cold.
Too much speculation with the unknown.
I do hope it's not measles. You'd have to stay on here, and I know you're longing to leave. You don't want to leave? I thought you couldn't wait for the days to go by.
I'm sure it's measles. I feel very hot.
It's so hard to see. No, quite normal. Goodness, you look quite disappointed, dear.
Well, I like it here.
Oh, Tom.
I can't tell her it's the garden.
Step back, child. Let's all run from Hattie.
Oh, do wait.
Juggins, silly little Juggins.
She couldn't help falling over.
What will Aunt say? You should look where you're going, child. I'm off.
Abel, you seen my cousins?
You couldn't come as far nor this, Miss Hattie. You playing catch with you again?
The only game they will play with me.
Nice they let you do the running for once. They do the catching.
I can't run fast enough.
They give you a star.
If they did, they'd never find me. I can hide better than them. I know secret places.
I know.
I see everyone. Nobody sees me. Nobody sees me. Nobody sees me.
James! Why don't we climb trees? James? Oh, bother. I was so fed up that James couldn't see me. I'd like to get to know him. He's older than me, but he seems a very decent sort of chap. Not like Edgar, who's beastly to Hattie. Hubert's too old, of course. But they're waking up things in the garden. I can't wait till tonight.
Spying. Hattie's spying again.
May I have an apple, please?
Are you tele?
No.
Spy and telltale. She means no harm. Don't leave the core on the lawn, Hattie, like you did last time.
I won't.
What is it, Pincher?
Why did you do that, Hattie?
My tongue was hot. It wanted fresh air.
Gosh, that was quick off the mark. But she can see me.
It was a pert and lying answer, Hattie. Don't be, Edgar. Where's Hattie? We've gone off somewhere.
Hattie! Hattie, come on! Hattie! I know you can see me.
Cooey!
How did you get there? I felt thought you were watching me just now.
Just now?
Oh, you can hear me too.
Just now? I've hidden and watched you often and often before this.
I knew someone was.
I saw you when Susan was dusting in the room and away from the top of the tree. I saw you go right through the orchard door.
Gosh,
Oh yes, I've seen you often and often.
those were your footprints. I knew someone was behind Susan. I'm Tom Long.
It's a very short name.
And you're Hattie. Hattie something.
Princess Hattie, if you please.
A princess?
I am.
Hey, you mustn't leave the apple lying about.
Butterfingers. I may be something, but you're nothing. You may kiss my hand, Mr. Nothing.
No thanks. Listen, if you're a princess, then your father and mother must be king and queen. So where's their kingdom? Where are they?
I'm not allowed to say.
Why not?
I'm a prisoner here. I'm in disguise. There's somebody here who calls herself my aunt. She isn't. She's wicked and cruel to me. And those boys aren't my cousins. I have to call them so. Now you know my secret, you may kiss my hand. Please yourself. I'll be kind and allow you to stay here and play.
I don't mind playing, but not silly girls' games.
Come with me and I'll show you where I hide.
Did you leave a letter here?
Why, did you find one?
I did. A letter to Fairy.
Oh, I wonder who put it there.
You don't look like a princess now. It's a Bible on top there.
That's Abel's. He says the Bible must be above all other books, like the Queen ruling England.
Yes, he is very religious. He says grace after every sandwich he eats. Gosh, it's hot.
That's a castor oil plant.
Blech.
This is a sensitive plant. Look.
Gosh, it can even feel me. Every pane makes a different garden.
You can't see anything through this one. I like it best of all. You look and see nothing, just as if there were no garden at all. But all the time it's waiting.
I know what you mean. The garden waits all day until night. For me.
I'll tell you a secret. That bush there is called a burning bush. Why? Because if you put a match to it on Midsummer Eve, it all burns up.
Have you tried?
Tom, would it be there if I had?
Yo! Hattie, what are you up to?
Nothing.
You've been talking and smiling all by yourself.
Not by myself. I'm talking to a friend of mine.
Friend? Where?
That chair, of course.
There's no one there. You're going queer in the head. No, fairies one minute and invisible friends the next.
Tom, did it hurt?
No, it
tickled.
Then I'll tell the others and they'll laugh too. Aunt Grace will say it proves how unfit I am to mix with other children.
Why did you tell them about me?
I must always tell the truth, Tom.
But you...
It was funny when you got into that wheelbarrow.
Yes.
Abel is from a very sad family.
Oh?
His brother tried to kill him.
Gosh.
His blood was all over the field, smoking.
Half a mo. Was the brother's name Cain? There's a story about Cain and Abel in the Bible, and Cain really did kill Abel.
Well,
How can this Abel be anything to do with that story?
Susan told me, and she's Abel's sweetheart.
I think you tell fib.
How dare you!
All right, go and ask Abel now about his brother Cain.
I shall never tell you any more secrets.
Oh, Hattie, come back. Please come back.
She didn't go to Abel, so it was just a story. And I'm sure she isn't a princess, though the garden is like a sort of kingdom for her. She loves it like I do. I wait all day for the night to come. As soon as Hattie can find some old planks, we're going to build a treehouse. Meanwhile, I'm going to show her how to make a bow and some arrows. The boys had them once, she says.
Why not cut away from yourself, Hattie? It's safer.
Bend the stick. Bend it.
It's no good. I'll have to ask Abel.
You did this yourself, Miss Hattie?
Yes, Abel?
Who taught you then?
Someone.
Well, whoever it was, you make sure he don't teach you trouble with it.
Trouble, Abel?
Trouble for yourself, Miss Hattie.
Try to aim them, Hattie.
I am aiming.
Where?
At the sky. Did anybody see?
I saw, Miss Hattie, and heard.
Thank you, Abel. Aunt won't even know.
Nope. She won't, Miss Hattie. Do you remember what I told you?
About being taught trouble. Look, Tom, they've got babies. I love the river. You should see it further down. The boys bathe there in pools.
Do you?
No,
How do you know about it then?
they told me. It gets bigger and bigger as it flows to Castleford and then Ely. Goes right to the sea.
All rivers flow to the sea.
Wish I could jump in and go to the sea.
You could catch a boat and go to...
Couldn't! Not really allowed here because of the river. I might get muddy or wet or even drowned, Aunt says. That would be very troublesome for everyone. I must get back if Aunt knew.
Who let them in? Abel, who let them in?
That I don't know, ma'am. Best keep quiet, I'll hard them off. Don't want to excite them, like.
Get them off. Now, get them off. In.
Oh, ma'am. My lettuces, my seedlings.
Abel, how did the wretched things get in here?
Well, ma'am,
Through a gap in the hedge.
seems like that's it, ma'am. The how they made it, I don't know.
They didn't. Hattie did.
Harriet! Come here. Harriet Melbourne, you were to blame. You, for all this devastation to my garden. You were to blame. A charity child. A pauper. I was mad to take you into my home. Only the claims of blood induced me to take such a step. To take such mistaken pity upon you.
You cruel thing!
And this is how you repay me. Ungrateful, disobedient child. A shame and expense to me. A liar. A criminal. A monster. You will...
Doesn't Hattie's mother know? Why doesn't her father take her away? How can they leave her here? Please make her stop. Hattie! Don't cry. Please don't cry. Oh, you can hear me. What are you crying for?
My mother and my father.
Oh, I see. They're dead. I'm sorry. Don't cry. Hattie? She was a little Hattie. Poor little thing. I think she thought I was a cousin. There was no one to comfort her. No one to love her. Her parents were dead. Poor little Hattie. I'll never be cross with her again.
Back home tomorrow, Tom.
Yes.
Excited?
Well, I wish I didn't have to go.
Just off.
Tom doesn't want to leave.
You want to stay, Tom?
I'd quite like to.
Good Lord.
Do you mean it?
Yes.
How long for? A week?
Longer if...
Longer than a week.
Oh, goodness. Well, I'll send a telegram. To your mother. You're quite sure?
Sure.
Why do you want to stay here, Tom?
Well, I won't if you'd
No,
rather.
I mean, just that, well, what is there here for you?
Well, the food's good for a start.
You have put on a bit of weight.
Incredible. Well, must run. Time flies.
Oh, Tom, we'll have such a lovely time. Now that you're out of quarantine, we can go about to the cinema and the museum. We can do so many things. I do hope your mother doesn't mind.
I'm glad your measles are better. I haven't seen that little Hattie again.
Peter? A telegram from Aunt Gwen. Tom is staying on. I can't think why. Doesn't seem to do anything there. Does he say much in his letters to you?
Not really.
Hattie! Hattie! Oh, come on! Where are you? Hattie? Hattie? Didn't you hear me call?
Yes, but I was helping Abel with his bonfire.
Could have opened the door and let me through.
You wouldn't have liked this bonfire.
Yes, I would.
Not what we were burning on it.
What were you burning?
Bows with arrows.
Gosh.
Abel wanted them burnt. He didn't want them to bring more trouble.
Oh, I see.
And he made me promise not to take sharp knives from the kitchen again.
Well, of course. You are a girl.
But he gave me a knife all my own. It was for Susan, but she says it's unlucky to have a knife from your sweetheart.
Well, I suppose you could just about cut butter with it.
I can cut more than butter. See?
HM? What does that stand for? Her Majesty?
Harriet Melbourne. What's your name?
Tom Long.
I'll cut tea out by mine.
Oh, come on. Let's do something interesting. It's wrong to do that anyway.
I found some planks.
For a treehouse?
If they'll do.
You'll have to learn to climb trees.
Oh, I will. Show me.
All right, then. This one will do. First, you put your arms on the tree like this, and swarm up. Like this. What is she? How did she get here? In this garden? How did the garden get here? Oh, gosh.
Aren't they lovely? But rather restricting.
You can climb trees in them.
What did you say, Tom?
Oh, when did they wear these things, Aunt?
Doesn't it say? Oh yes, Victorian times.
Hattie could be a ghost. Or something. But she's so alive.
What, Tom?
Oh, they look alive. These figures.
Dublin's fair city, where the girls are so pretty. I first set my eyes on sweet Molly Malone. With her weird arrow, whose streets full and narrow, crying cockles and mushrooms, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh.
You sing nicely. For a ghost.
Did you say, Tom?
What is it like?
Like?
Well, to be dead and a ghost.
What is it like, Hattie, to be a ghost?
Do tell me, Tom. I've simply been longing to know.
I'm not a ghost.
You silly.
Silly?
I saw you go through the orchard door.
That proves I'm not a ghost.
Proves?
I'm not a ghost, but the orchard door is. That's why I could go through it. The door's a ghost, the garden's a ghost, and so are you.
Indeed I'm not. You are. You're a silly little boy.
Little?
Yes, little, and you make a silly little ghost. Look at your clothes.
They're my best pyjamas.
They don't belong to nowadays.
They belong to my nights. I sleep in
Such
them.
silly excuses. So you wear your night clothes in the daytime. You're in those things because you're a ghost. Why, I'm the only person in the garden who can see you.
Stop. You're the ghost. I could put my hand right through you now, just as if you weren't there.
What?
I could!
Ghosty, ghosty, you're a ghost. Your hand didn't go through my wrist. My wrist went through your hand. You're a ghost with a cruel, ghostly hand.
Oh no, you're the ghost and I've proved it. You're dead and gone and a ghost.
I'm not dead. Please, Tom, I'm not dead.
All right, Hattie, I take it back. You're not a ghost. Only don't cry. Please. Mind you, I'm not a ghost either.
Gwen? Have you ever heard of a little girl lived here?
A little girl?
Called Hattie? Or Harriet?
No children have ever lived here that I know of.
Oh. When the Bartholomew's lived here?
I don't think Mr. Bartholomew ever lived here, Tom.
But Aunt Gwen? This must have been his family home.
No, Tom. Mrs. Bartholomew was a widow when she came here not so many years ago. He never lived here.
But what about the clock?
Clock?
The clock in the hall. You said it belonged to Mrs. Bartholomew. But it's always been here. It was here when the house had a garden.
How do you know that, Tom?
Are
you feverish?
No, Aunt.
Oh. Of course, the clock must have been here a long time. The screws at the back are rusted into the wall.
I nearly gave myself away. I've been thinking of Hattie being a ghost and trying to work it out. I thought this could be Mrs. Bartholomew's old home, and she might have known if a girl like Hattie had ever lived here. But she must have bought the clock with the house.
Peter? You have done well with the house. But you mustn't work too hard. You're not strong enough yet. I wish Tom were here to help you.
Mum, could I go and stay at Aunt Gwen's as well?
But what would two boys do in that poky little flat without a garden?
I want to be there with Tom.
Can't really want to.
I do. I lie awake at night and wish I'm there. I dream I'm there.
But why, Peter?
I just want to be there.
Interesting how it works. Look! I wonder if there's a nest there.
You could only see from the top of the wall. James once walked up there.
Well, I'm not. It would be silly. The wall is too high for safety.
I didn't mean you should. James only did it because Edgar dared him.
Actually, if I fell, I wouldn't bruise or hurt or break.
You mean because you're a ghost?
I am not a ghost. Sorry, Tom. But I'm going up there to see if there is a nest.
Do be careful.
Don't worry. There's no danger for me, even though I'm not a ghost.
Tom, come down, please.
There is a nest. I won't touch it, for the bird's sake.
Tom, what can you see? Tom?
There's the river. Yes? Abel, what is it?
Swear, Miss Hattie, never to walk on that wall. Swear.
I swear.
Say it.
Never to walk on the wall.
Gosh, he was angry.
Frightened too.
Why would he think you would climb the wall?
He saw me looking up.
But he was running when he came round the corner, before he could see you.
Maybe he heard us talking.
He was too far away. No one hears me, but you. I still haven't solved how Abel knew I was on the wall, unless he can see me. Hattie is working very hard at the treehouse. She's going to furnish it, she says, with the doll's tea sets and things.
Still awake? It's past midnight, Peter.
Mum, Tom will have to come home from school, won't he?
I want him home before that. You can't have all summer without Tom.
If I could go there.
Shh, Peter. I'll bring you a hot drink. You must go to sleep. Lying awake all night, it won't do.
Does anyone else know that the house is here?
Cousins certainly don't.
Has Abel seen it?
I don't think so. I was very careful not to let him see me bring the wooden things. Tom, did you know that branch was cracked?
Yes, I've been out there. But, Hattie, I don't wear anything! Hattie!
Get you gone.
Oh,
Get you back to hell where you came from. I know you. I've seen you from the start and thought best to pretend not to. I've heard you and thought best to seem deaf. But I know you for what you are.
no, please! Is Hattie alive? Oh, she's not dead, is she?
It won't be your fault if she isn't. You tried to kill her often enough. Her that has no father, no mother, no home here. Only her innocence against your devilry.
No, I...
Bows and arrows and sharp knives and eye places. Now get you gone!
Abel!
May the Lord keep me from all the works of the devil that he hurt me not.
Abel! Oh, I can't! I've not the strength! I can't! Oh, Hattie! Abel, please. How is Hattie? Abel, please. I know you can hear me. Abel, please. She's not dead, is she? She's not dead.
He's just a boy.
What about Hattie?
She's alive.
He didn't say how alive. She might be nearly dead.
Hattie?
If she's a ghost, then sometime she died.
Hattie! I've got to get through. If Hattie's dying, Oh no! Wrong room!
Mother, it's James.
James, he's grown up.
How is Hattie? Mother,
Hattie will do well enough.
is that what the doctor says?
Yes.
We must be thankful then.
Yes.
Thankful. Thankful. It was her own fault climbing trees at her age.
Hattie is young for her age. Perhaps because she is alone too much.
Oh, you were always kind to her. Is she never to grow up? If so, what is to happen to her? She's strange enough as it is.
Of course Hattie will grow up, but what will happen to her then?
Not to expect any more from me.
So, she will have to earn her own living. Though how, I don't know. She's been taught nothing.
Am I to blame? You know perfectly well she loves only to be alone in the garden.
Perhaps she'll marry, but she never meets anyone.
I will not have her ruling this house when I'm gone.
What on earth do you mean, Mother?
You boys are grown now and independent. You are your own masters, but if any of you think of marrying that girl, do not expect to have a penny of mine.
Marrying?
Hubert never cared for her, and Edgar dislikes her. But you have pitied her.
I have not thought of marrying Hattie, and doubt I ever will. But she is to be pitied.
She is pitiable, certainly.
It is time she saw more of the world. She must go about more, meet people. I'm going to talk to her now and say we all want her to go out and make friends.
Say what you like to her. Let her meet people. But the less I see of her, the better.
Please come slowly so I can see how it's done.
It's just a nap. It's better to do it slowly, not so tiring. How are you, Hattie?
Very well, thank you. The doctor says the scar won't show. James says I must start to do other things now besides falling out of trees.
What about me?
Oh, no. You must come whenever you feel like it.
You talk as if I were a child.
Oh?
You've got bars on the windows, like a nursery.
It was a nursery. Stayed in my room because I was the last child.
Was? The last child?
Yes.
I like your view much better. The river, the meadows.
Better than what, Tom?
Than if there were nothing but houses.
You need to look so sad, Tom.
I'm not sad, really. I was thinking about time.
Time?
Your present. My past, that is. Hattie, what does that picture on the grandfather clock mean?
Something from the Bible.
What?
I don't know exactly. It's written on the face.
Where?
You can't see it. The frame hides it. And next time I'm in the hall, I'll have a look. And if you're there, you can see too.
Promise?
I promise. Tom, come and look. My secret hiding place. These are my precious things. My mother and father, Tom.
The king and queen.
finished with the tray, Miss Hattie?
Yes. Thank you, Susan.
What was in the basin?
Bread and milk.
Yes.
I'm an invalid.
I must go now, Hattie.
No.
I'll see you tomorrow.
You always say that, and sometimes it's months before you come again.
I come every night. Got to change back. Come on, change. I can't be stuck here. Oh gosh, please change. Hattie, I can't get back. Oh gosh. Just so I know when you wake, Hattie. What if I never get back? Hattie? I came back. In my sleep. Oh no! The front door!
Your mother's missing you very much, Tom.
Beware. Mother is writing to Aunt Gwen to say you are to come home this Saturday because I miss you. But I don't want you to. I like all you write in your letters. I want to be with you. Mother and Father say no. I wish we had more trees and a river and a high wall and a clock. I wish I were there. Don't forget to write every day. Promise?
Well, Tom, we have to let you go.
Yes?
When?
Saturday. There's a cheap train in the morning.
So soon.
We shall miss you, Tom. Your family.
Peter is pining. Daydreaming all the time, your mother says. He needs you. We really can't keep you here any longer.
Unless we adopted you, old chap.
That would mean
Only went home occasionally.
And I'm sure you wouldn't want that.
I'd like to stay.
Oh, Tom. Come.
No, I mean, I want to go home, but
You'd like to be in both places at once.
it's funny wanting two things.
Life is full of compromises, Tom. Oh, flying flies. As ever.
Yes. Time flies. Time flies.
Tom? Time we were off, dear, if you want to see the river.
Time is strange, isn't it, Aunt?
Strange?
I mean, now till Saturday seems such a short time. And now till tonight is so long.
I suppose it depends on how one feels about it. If you have to go to the dentist in a week's time, it simply flies by. But if you're going away on holiday, it fairly drags. It'll certainly drag for me when you've gone. But it's flying by at the moment, and the morning will be over before we get to the river.
Yes, Aunt.
Yes, time certainly marches on regardless. It seems no time at all since I was a girl. There's your river, Tom.
It can't be.
It's the only one I know about in these parts.
But there's no countryside.
All that went a long time ago. What were you expecting, dear?
Oh, just a picture I saw. Do you think he's caught anything?
Shouldn't think so. Too much pollution.
What is that? Pollution? Is the river dirty?
Well, all the factories and sewers pouring out waste. Dreadful stuff goes into rivers these days.
Aunt, is there any way you can paddle or swim?
I think they're still bathing at Castleford. The river runs right down there and it's wider.
Castleford, Ely, King's Lynn in the sea.
How did you learn that, Tom? At school?
Oh, maybe.
Goodness, there's 12 striking.
Only 12? There's hours yet.
Hours? To when? Lunch? Only 1 hour. But you can have a snack if you're hungry.
No, I'm not hungry. Thank you, Aunt. Footprints.
Tom, I hope you didn't see me fall.
Hattie.
Tom, you're thinner.
No, I'm fatter. All the food.
Thinner through, I mean. I could hardly see you at first.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Hattie, you promised to find out about the picture on the clock.
Did I?
Yes, when you fell out of the treehouse and you were in bed. And
that was a long time ago. If you've waited this long, couldn't you wait a little longer? Wouldn't you rather watch me skate? I'm getting quite good. Soon I'll be able to skate with my cousins and their friends and young Barty.
But Hattie, you promised.
Can you skate, Tom?
Yes, but Hattie, please. I really do want to find out what the picture on the clock means.
All right, then. I think Aunt's upstairs. So.
There's something written there on that disc. Time no longer.
That's right.
No longer than what?
Patient, Tom. It's to do with Revelation.
Revel what?
There. The book of Revelation.
Rev 10, 1 to 6. Chapter 10, verses 1 to 6, I suppose.
Susan! Susan, up here, please.
Chapter 10, 1 to 6. Chapter 10, 1 to 6.
You're cold, Tom.
Not a bit. Chapter 10, 1 to 6. Have you got a Bible, Hattie?
Yes, but it's in the house.
Abel's Bible!
Yes, the heating house. James, John, Peter. Revelation.
Chapter 10.
Chapter 10.
Verse 1. Right.
Well, now.
Abel, do you mind? That is, I wanted to look something up quickly. If you object, I'll put it back.
No. No, Miss Abby. But there's truth in that book. There's salvation. And them that reads in it cannot be altogether damned. Just sweeping the rest of the snow from the ice, Miss Abby.
Thank you, Abel.
And I saw another mighty angel come down from heaven, clothed with a cloud. And a rainbow was upon his head, and his face was as it were the sun, and his feet as pillars of fire. And he had in his hand a little book open, and he set his right foot upon the sea, and his left foot on the earth. It's the angel on the clock! And the angel which I saw stand upon the sea and upon the earth lifted up his hand to heaven, and swear by him that liveth for ever and ever, who created heaven and the things that therein are, and the earth and the things that therein are, and the sea and the things which are therein, that there should be time no longer. Time no longer? But I don't understand.
I don't think anybody really knows what it means. The Revelation's full of things like that. They're sort of visions.
I must know what it means. Time no longer? I must know. It's on the pendulum of the clock, and the angel swore it. Swore there'd be time no longer. What did he mean?
Perhaps when the last trump sounds.
Last trump?
When it's the end of the world. Tom, will you come and watch me skate?
No, Hattie. I must think. Time no longer. If time has got to end, then it's only sort of temporary. But I've got to understand time. If...
Who has been named with the time of my grandfather clock?
Time no longer.
Hello there, Tom.
Uncle, what is time?
5:30. Well, you are looking at the clock, Tom, aren't you?
Yes, but I mean, what is time? How does it work?
Ah. Yes. Now, it used to be thought we moved from the past into the present and then into the future.
But can we be in the present and the past at the same time?
In our minds, yes. But, there are certain modern theories, Tom, that seem to indicate, these theories seem to indicate that...
Who's for a cup of tea?
Thank you, Gwen.
The new theories, Uncle?
Yes, they seem to indicate that time is relative. Well, that is to the observer, as you might say.
Goodness.
Gwen, I think we have a budding Einstein in our midst.
Oh. Is that good?
Yes, well, time.
Time no longer.
What was that?
The angel said it. There would be time no longer.
An angel? Angel? What have angels to do with scientific theories? Really, have you been listening to a word of what I've been saying?
Your tea, dear.
Thank you. No. Clear your head of angels, boy.
Yes, but Uncle!
Tom, I wish you wouldn't.
Sorry. I didn't know he felt like that about angels.
He's always a bit on edge when he comes home tired.
Tom, I apologise.
Oh, that's all right.
Now then, Tom. Time. Now, when we normally think of time, we think of time as being in a straight line, but according to the theory of relativity, time can assume different shapes. Now, if we imagine this wiggly line here to be time, and here to be a point in time, our time.
Yes, Uncle.
So, this is our past, and this is our future. Now, if you travel to Andromeda,
Andromeda?
it's a distant galaxy, dear, and back again, you would have hardly aged at all, but we here would be very old.
Oh, I'd be a sort of Rip Van Winkle.
Well, I suppose you could say that. I mean, the theory has not, of course, been proved yet, because nobody's yet travelled to Andromeda, but all the calculations of the theory of relativity
So
seem
you
to
could
indicate...
say that different people have different times. That they all really are part of one big time.
Well, to put it more accurately...
So I might be able to step back into somebody else's time, in the past, and she could come... She could come forward to my time, which would seem to be her future. Now it's my present.
Well, it would all be much simpler, Tom, if we return to this diagram, this point in time here.
Whichever way it is, she'd be no more a ghost of the past. Ghost? And I'd be a ghost of the future.
Tommy, you feverish.
So neither of us is a ghost and nor is the garden. That settles it.
Settles what? We're talking about possibilities, theories.
But if someone had really stepped out of one time and into another, then that would be proof.
Ghosts, proof? Have I not conveyed to you a single thing about the theory of time?
It is very confusing, dear.
Not at all. No problem at all if you follow the line of reason. But, well, angels, ghosts. Well, it's facts out of the window and enter romance.
Is this the same winter? Or is it a different bit of Hattie's time? Hattie!
I thought it was you. At least I saw something I hope might be you. I miss you, Tom. Oh, I have such fun with friends now. Young Barty and the others. Skating, Tom, I feel so free. I could skate forever and ever.
You look like a bird, Hattie.
Feel like one. Why haven't you got skates, Tom?
Well, it's difficult to explain, but... Hattie? Hattie, do come and listen. Where do you keep your skates when you're not using them?
In the cupboard in the hall. At the end of the winter, I oil and grease them and wrap them in paper.
Could you keep them in that secret place in your cupboard?
Under the floorboards. Tom, that's silly.
No, it isn't. Please promise. On your honour.
All right, I promise. On my honour.
Wonderful. Thank you, Hattie.
Tom, if I go away from here, that promise means I have to leave my skates.
Hattie! You're missing all the fun. Do come on.
Coming, Barty.
You sure you won't come, Tom?
I'd rather not, Aunt.
Breath of air would do you good.
I'd really rather not, Aunt.
All right. Well, you know where the biscuits are if you get hungry.
Whomever may find this,
These skates are the property of Harriet Melbourne. But she leaves them in this place in fulfilment of a promise made to a little boy.
June 18 something. Oh, they'll do!
Tell me more, Tom. Tell me all you do. Be sure to tell me every day.
Good night, dear.
Good night. Aunt, I never wrote to Peter yesterday.
Well, never mind. You'll be seeing him the day after tomorrow.
I promised I'd write every day.
Peter won't mind just this once, especially as it's your last day tomorrow.
Tell me more. I want to be with you.
Sorry, Pete. The clock is measuring out my time now. But the time I'm in the garden doesn't measure at all. So I could stay till I'd seen everything in the garden.
Tom? It's Tom, isn't it?
Of course it's me.
You look faint. I was hoping it would be you and no one else. Look.
Oh, your skates.
James will be down in a few minutes. He's going to Castleford Market and I'm to go with him. But he doesn't know yet that I mean to skate.
Skate? Where?
The river, of course. I mean to skate right to Ely.
Is the river frozen all that way?
The fens to beyond Ely, Tom. Oh, do come with me.
Ready, Hattie?
Yes, cousin.
Are you all right, Abel? Oh, yes, Master James. Yeah. Take it away now. Don't be crying.
Do you want to lift back, Hattie?
Thank you, cousin. I'm not sure when I'll be ready to return.
Well, there's always the train if you miss me.
Yes, brother 60. That's all I've got there. You can see what I've got here. You can see what
To Ely, Tom.
To Ely. skating nearly as well as Hattie. And her skates. 2 people on one pair of skates.
Like some company, missy?
Oh, I've got company, thank you, but you can't see him. Tom, look.
The tower!
The cathedral! They call it the Great Ship of the Fens. Be anywhere so big or so beautiful.
Hattie, ask about going up the tower.
You have to be at the front by the west door in 10 minutes.
Mr. James Robinson, gent of this city, who exchanged time for eternity on the 15th day of October, 1812. That's what I'm doing. Changing my ordinary time that will go on towards Saturday and going home for eternity in the garden. Exchange time for eternity.
Exchange time for eternity.
Hattie, I must tell you about time. Mine and yours.
Come on, Tom.
Tom? One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait! 6, 7, 8,
12, 13, 14. $286. 286 steps.
Now from this point you can see Castleford. And this way, ladies and gentlemen, you can see Peterborough.
Tom, where's the garden? It's back there. But Tom, what about Hattie Aren't you with her? Of course I am. Where is she? There, right opposite. That's not Hattie. Yes, it is. I should know. That's a grown-up woman.
Time to go down, ladies and gentlemen, if you please.
Who was he? What was he? He was like you. Unreal like you.
Hurry along there.
He's Peter, my brother. But he's real, Hattie. Real, like me. You agree, Hattie, that I'm real?
Don't you want to go home at all tonight, young miss?
It's getting late, we must hurry.
We? Yes, you must hurry, miss. Young people nowadays.
Tom? Tom?
He'll be here on Saturday, Peter.
And where are you off to, missy?
Castleford.
Castleford? That'd be a fair way. Be dark before you get there.
Well, there'll be a moon.
Oh, aye, there'll be a moon, and I reckon there'll be a thaw.
Thaw?
Yeah, don't you feel this warmish breeze?
Why, yes, I do.
So, you'll have to be careful of the ice under them there bridges, and along the reed beds. Be treacherous by now. Somebody been through already, upstream.
I'll be careful, thank you. We must hurry, Tom, to catch the train from Castleford.
You're very brave, Hattie.
No, I'd take the train from here, but I haven't enough money.
See you later.
Hattie, how old are you?
Oh, what's that?
I don't know.
Hello, is that Miss Hattie?
Who is it?
It's me, young Barty.
Oh, Barty! I am glad to see you. It was so lonely.
Hey, I'm here.
Where are you off to?
Castleford.
You shouldn't be skating alone like this, so late.
She's not alone.
I was going to take the train from Castleford. I must get home.
Of course you must. I'll take you to the station.
Oh, thank you, Barty.
It's lucky I saw you.
Yes, it is.
I've been to market and turned off the road to see what the ice was like.
I think there's a thaw coming.
Yes. Goodness knows what might have happened to you if you'd have struck a thin stretch. Oh, boy.
I fear I take you out of your way, Barty.
It's a great pleasure to be of help to you, Miss Hattie. It'll be I beg your pardon.
What were you going to say?
No, please, you first.
I shall be sorry when there's no more skating.
Just what I was going to say.
A shame when all the ice is gone.
You skated all the way from Castleford to Ely.
It was wonderful.
And brave.
Oh no, I love skating. I could skate to the end of the world.
So could I, Hattie.
When my parents were, well, courting, they used to skate to Ely, then on to Littleport.
Oh, I should love to do that.
Perhaps, well, if the river freezes next year, that is, we might, if you liked, try it. And I would be most happy to accompany you.
That's most kind. Look, Barty.
Honestly, I am still here.
See the moon through the trees? Isn't it beautiful?
I think we've missed the train, Miss Hattie. I'll take you home.
Time. I thought I'd worked it out. But Hattie's time has run on ahead. She's grown up. Time no longer.
easily. Hope you're not too late.
Hattie? Hattie!
Tom! Tom, what on earth have you...
No! Not this time! Not now! Not my time!
Tom, dear, what is it? Tom? You're awake now, dear. It's morning. You're safe and sound here with me. Did you have a nightmare? Well, it's all over now.
No! I wanted to stay! For a long time! For eternity! I wanted to stay!
You can come again. But tomorrow you go home.
Home?
I'll make you a nice cup of tea, dear.
I did go to Ely. But how did I get back here? In bed? How did I... Ah. I fell asleep in the gig. That's it. I shan't do it again. There's still tonight. Time in the garden can go back. I can make my last night tonight go on for as long as I like. And Hattie can be a little girl again. We'll play games again. Well, I don't need to lighten. I can find my way. No! It can't be! No! Hattie! Hattie!
Tom!
Hattie! Hattie!
Tom!
Hattie!
Calm down, Tom!
Who's that? Who's calling?
The boy was walking in his sleep. I'm sorry to disturb Miss Bartholomew. It's my nephew, Tom. He's had a nightmare. Walking in his sleep.
He was calling.
Screaming in a nightmare.
Was he in the garden?
Garden, he was in the hall.
And he was calling.
I think just screaming.
No, he called. Wakened me.
I do apologize.
How did he get him?
We invited him.
Ah! Yes. And your nephew?
Kitson, we are your tenants. Good night, Mr. Bartholomew. Won't be disturbed again.
No. He called.
I found these downstairs. Tom must have been carrying them.
Where could he have got them?
Well, I've no idea. I mean, they've been oiled and polished recently, but they're ancient. I'll ask.
No, he's not fit to be worried. No questions just now. Promise me, Alan.
Well, very well. If they're his skates. Well, they're certainly not ours.
Put them with his things, dear, to go back tomorrow. Alan? Who was he calling?
Oh, he was screaming. For his mother, I expect.
I thought I heard someone's name.
No, he just screamed.
Uncle Alan's going to take you home in the car, Tom. You can't travel on your own just now. Oh, Tom, dear. Tom, still crying? Do try and stop, dear. Can you tell me what the trouble is? You can't cry all day. Do tell me. Tom, will you try and eat some breakfast, dear? You'll feel much better if you do. Well, then maybe you can tell me.
That was, Mrs. Bartholomew wanting an apology for the disturbance.
But you apologised last night.
Well, she says the boy must go himself. How are you, Tom, eh?
It's outrageous of her to expect such a thing. I shall tell her so.
When? She is our landlady.
It's all right. I'll go.
I shan't let you, Tom.
No, I ought to. And I don't mind. Really.
Good chap.
Yes?
I've come to say I'm sorry.
Your name is Tom, isn't it?
Yes?
And your other name?
Long.
Tom Long. You're real. A flesh and blood boy. You woke me last night. You called a name.
I'm sorry.
Tom. You called me. I'm Hattie. It was taken just after we were married.
You married young Barty?
I told you, Tom. I'm Hattie.
I don't understand. The garden is gone, but you say you were Hattie. What happened the day I skated to Ely with Hattie? The last time we saw each other.
It wasn't the last time, Tom. You remember the tall fir tree?
Of course.
The night before my wedding, a year after the great frost. I packed up my skates and hid them for you in the cupboard. Then I couldn't sleep. It was hot and heavy, and there was lightning flashing. Yes, I stood at my window looking out. The lightning was so bright, it lit up the garden like day. Then I saw
Me! I was walking round the garden.
I watched you. Then you came down to the garden door.
To shelter from the rain.
I couldn't see you.
You are Hattie. You're really Hattie. Your eyes are the same.
Then the storm broke.
There was that great wind.
It caught the fir tree.
And lightning struck it.
It was terrible.
I heard a cry.
My cry. The tree was lost forever.
Except in our memory.
I knew then, Tom, that the garden was changing all the time. Because nothing stands still, except in our memory.
What happened to Abel?
He married Susan and had a large family.
He was the only other person who could see me.
Fancy! And Aunt Grace said he was as stupid as a cow in a field.
The cows in the meadow could see me and she never could.
11 o'clock.
You understand its language.
Of course. I've known that clock a long time. Now, I'll make some tea for us.
I must ask Aunt Gwen if I may stay. Aunt, may I have tea with Mrs. Bartholomew?
Yes, but...
Thanks.
We were very happy, Barty and I. Things went well for us. Better than for the cousins. Their business failed, and James had to sell the house and land. Barty and I came to the auction of the house. He bought me any furniture I fancied. The clock! The clock, and the house, too. He made it into flats. Then, when he died, I came here to live.
And since you've lived here, you've often gone back in time, haven't you?
Back in time?
Into the past.
When you're my age, Tom, you live in the past a great deal. You remember it. You dream of it.
I see. The garden was here because you dreamed it. And time changed according to what you dreamed.
Perhaps. It's strange. This summer I've dreamed of it more than ever before. I seem to remember just what it was like to be the little Happy, looking for someone to play with.
That's how I felt. I longed for someone to play with. I longed for a garden. I suppose, well, our dreams sort of met. But these last nights, you were dreaming of skating, the frozen river.
Yes, of growing up, of Bart.
I noticed in the gig. You talked to Barty all the time and never to me.
You were growing thinner and thinner each winter I saw you. That night, by the time we reached home, you seemed to have vanished altogether.
So last night...
Last night, I dreamt of my wedding, of leaving here.
And I opened the door to the garden. It had gone. I screamed out. I called you.
I heard you. I knew it was Tom calling for help. I didn't understand. I couldn't believe you were real till I saw you just now.
We're both real. Then and now. Like the angel said. Time no longer.